Phenomenal.
You can get it dipping. You can get it chipping. You can get it having a row. A hard-earned thirst needs a big cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vic. Victoria Bitter.
It's so hard to have a gay time on your own.
It could be that great chalk and biscuit coating.
So hard to have a gay time on your own.
I'm Danny, and I'm here to call out all you crack pack bitches. You think I don't see you there? I'm the OG of this shit. But you come after the king, you better come correct. I'm Danny, motherfucker. Who are you, crack pack? You smoke crack. You better watch your back.
I am a maverick. I am a savage. I am a legend. I am a madman. You never know what I'm going to do next. I am a mad lad.
Welcome, everybody, all you mad lads, all you bogans. How are you all going tonight? What night is it? Friday, Saturday afternoon. It is getting hot outside. We're finally getting a summer. It's only December. Normally, that happens in October. A couple of years back, they were like, "Oh, it's going to be it's global warming. There's going to be bushfires every October." This is our first hot day of the year. I'm feeling good about it. I hope you are too. Well, you guys are going to. If you're in the States, it's about to get cold. So suck on that. That's a good way to start the show. We will be speaking of suck on that, we'll be talking about what's going on with Mad Ruth and the big country comic expo thing. Unfortunately, he had another, what's it called? Engagement that he had tonight, but we'll chat about it nonetheless. We'll go through it. We'll see what went down. Before we do any of that, let us do what we must, which is honor this man right here, Mr. Mo Biggs, because we missed him. My goodness, did we miss him yesterday? Mo, you would have loved it. We were getting into all the trailers, good and bad and very ugly and depressing. Oh, we just got a Zaid raid. Hal, Phil and Brandon, I was just watching their show. It was a lot of fun. They were giving away a barrel through some kind of rigged giveaway. And I didn't win. That's why it's rigged. So anyway, where was I? We're hailing Mo. We're nudging this over here. Bloop. And we're putting up there. Pride of place. He was the first. Do we have anyone first in Rumble? People are so reticent now to chat in Rumble. We got 4 watching, but people don't want to chat because they make you prove who you are. I don't know why they did that. Make it hard on everyone. But yeah, we are, of course, live, simulcast live on Rumble as well. Who else we got in the chat here? Who else can I pull out and say hello to? Mr. Jeremy Burtz, D-Wags here, Grey Wolf, Louie and Huey together at last. He says, hello, everyone in the chat. Oh, hello, Huey. And hello, Crom, Master of Boobs, as if we need another reason to hate Canada. Well, don't hate everyone in Canada. There's a lot of people up there fighting for their freedom. It's the man. The man is always trying to hold the Canadians down. I don't know why they keep voting for it, but I'm in the same situation down here, and it's like opposite world. Something about getting closer to the polls. People get crazy. AGE Comics. I'm going to show off his comic later on. How about that? It is called Fall of Man, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to be wrong. I hope I'm not. Who else we got? Monkey Boy at the line. I see Felix has the link master who reads my mind. Every time I wanted to share a link yesterday, he had it already. That's why he's the link master. Michael Deitch is here. B Rose, my goodness. Hail B Rose. Stupid paintings. All right, we are 5 minutes in. I apologize. I won't be able to say hello to everyone because we do have to start the show. But well, let's just say hello to Phil Dares because he sent a raid. Let's say hello to Sam Rogers, Admiral Wackass, who should like my reprint of Waking Dream because it comes without the interviews in it, just like Camel. Barrel is not going to work here, bootleg. I don't have any barrels to give away. I would have if I won, but I don't, so I can't. Yes, I did hail you, Phil. Okay, Chuck, I'll pick you as well. All right, what is going on in the world of Comicsgate, comics, conventions, strangeness? Do you guys remember Mad Ruth? He was on the channel a couple of weeks ago, spruiking his book Soul Tack. Very nice fellow, Canadian notwithstanding. Apparently, he's super nice. He's so nice when he's not making comics. He's volunteering his time. He's volunteering his efforts. Trust me, if you're making a comic, your time is incredibly valuable. He's out there. I think he's fetching coffee. He's running people to and from airports or train stations or whatever. And what does he get for his troubles? Let me just tell you. Anyone who tries to help people on the internet or anywhere, really, you've learnt this lesson now already, and that is no good deed goes unpunished. What the hell am I talking about? Let me actually just turned off the screen. That was smooth of me. All right, here it is. Get in there. There we go. They're not like that. Like that. Mad Ruth. So this is where it all started. Judge Dredd says Mad Ruth deserved better. Well, hopefully now we can get some more eyeballs. Whenever this happens, we like to flip the script, get some more eyeballs on whoever has had an attempted canceling, and hopefully get him some support that otherwise might not have seen, because this is the sort of thing that people talk about. And when you're on the tip of everyone's tongues, that's a good time to hit them with the old 1-2 punch. We'll do that in a bit. But for now, so this is a tweet from comicsgate.org. Mad Ruth, he essentially just retweets people. I think he's got it. I don't know if he has it set on auto or he's just there all the time retweeting people non-stop, just sharing the love out there. Mad Ruth, a big country comic expo 2022. And there's a photo of him, I don't know, helping out. I don't know what he's doing. It looks like he's perusing the goods. Sark says justice for Mad Ruth. Mo says comic conventions are the future, just like the mighty Mastodon. Do you think that's why they're so angry at us? They're actually cracking down on Comicsgate being at conventions. There's a lot of ideas about why that is. It could just be that we're doing it better than they are. We get more people attending in terms of raw numbers, more eyeballs. Yes, it's over the internet. People making a lot more money if you're doing it right on YouTube than going to sell. I think it was Andy Smith sold like $19,000 or something worth of comics over YouTube, and then the next day went to a convention and sold $400. Darth Vadas backed Mad Ruth earlier today. Don't just back it because you're like, oh, I want to support the team. This gets eyeballs on his campaign. It's a genuinely good book. I'm not saying anything about you, Darth Vadas. I'm just saying in general. Yeah. Ethan's been talking about it. Everyone's been talking about it. It's big news at the moment. There's the link there, past Mastodon. We'll take a look at the campaign in a bit. Mahajino says Mastodon is the best platform after 4chan. Reliable? Yeah, I know, right? So that's okay. That's how it started. It's out there on the internet that Mad Ruth has some sort of association. Dart says he backed because of the artwork. It's so good. It's so good. Artwork is fantastic. Mahashino says, can we watch Kanye's videos? No. No, we cannot. Maybe that'll happen on Camels, but probably not. I mean, I don't know how much you can show on YouTube. I got no idea. Probably not much. All right. So what happened after this? This is a long tale. So get settled in, get a drink. I'm gonna have a drink too. It's a nice ice water today. Although Mo brings out a good point. He was wearing a mask. How do we know it was really Kanye, not Cecil? I don't know. All right. So here's Ethan. What does Ethan have to say? This is astonishing, but a good reminder. The comic book industry is very, very sick. When this convention discovered that one of their volunteers was aligned with Comicsgate, they felt the need to release a statement unpersoning him viciously. These people have no morals. All right, well, let's read what they wrote. Here we go. Can we see that? Do we need to zoom in? All right. Announcement. It has been brought to our attention that one of the volunteers, that's Mad Ruth, at Big Country Comics Expo is associated with a movement that does not align with our values in the comics community. What are those values? We're going to learn that. I've found their website. We're going to learn what their values are. B Rose for 2 says Kumye. How do you say it? Yay, Kanye, yay. Kumye 24. He's going to clip that. It was a super chat. Big Country Comics and Allied Legends include Inc. values inclusivity. Does it? Except for Mad Ruth. Diversity, except for Canadians. And community. Well, not this community. We're a community. B-Rose says, I'm definitely clipping it. Mo points out he does not align with their values of racial segregation. I know, right? Now, this is the real joke part. We encourage everyone to celebrate their differences and beliefs. Oh, really? Oh, really? I've got a video for that.
Bullshit!
So why are you kicking people out? What is it? Country? Big Country Comics? All people should have strong representation within the art community and feel welcome and supported. Mad Ruth doesn't feel very welcomed right now. Just letting you know, just pointing that out. We got Jennifer Grover in the chat. She said, I wanted to send you a super chat, but my card was declined. Apparently one of my kids have been using my card enough to make them suspicious. Those damn kids. Well, we are very happy to have you here nonetheless, Jennifer. Hang out, enjoy the show, hang with the chat. We always love having you here on a Friday night. Jay Ryan says, oh, I had no idea Mad Ruth was Canadian. I mean, his Canadian passing. His American passing, but he is a Canadian. Shinto Ketchup says, it's just a hat group. I don't know what their problem is. Doc says it's all theater. They know what they're doing. Of course they do. This individual's association with a group known to be against our core values comes as a shock to our team. It comes as a shock to me that you think. Actually, it doesn't come as a shock to me. It comes as no surprise that that's what you think of us. I guarantee you guys, we are more inclusive, more diverse, and a more tight-knit community than these people will ever be in every way, including diversity of differences and beliefs and opinions. We accept all types. That's the thing. Like, I want these guys to be able to run their conventions. I want them to be able to make their comic books. All I'm asking for, I think all of us are asking for, is to just be able to coexist and sell comic books. Passmar Stan says, Comicsgate is family. I wish I had a Fast and Furious video for that one. We even accept the racially ambiguous, like B-Rose. You think we wouldn't have? We still have no idea. We're still trying to figure it out. Someone's trying to get one of those, like a blood sample off him, so we can do one of those, what is it? DNA tests. We need to discover where this man's from. To anyone who was bothered by this association, we provide our sincere apologies. Fuck you. Bothered by this association. You should be apologizing. Shame on you. Saying you're for diversity and inclusivity and community. You're celebrating beliefs. Nope. Not from where I'm sitting. You owe Mad Ruth an apology. Huey Long says, this is not good for SJWs. Comicsgate is rising tide. As more and more people are cool hanging out with us because they know now, 5 years in, I was expecting what Wikipedia calls us as, and that's not what I've found at all. The funniest thing about it is, I'm sure they were like, they say it actually at some point, like we were really shocked. Where do they say it? We were surprised. We were surprised to learn of this individual's of Mad Ruth's association because he's a good guy. Bassmaster Dan's trying to brush my cursor off the screen. I apologize, Bassmaster, because they're like, oh, he's a good guy. This is the thing. They're in a cult, right? Because they find out that you're associated with someone that they have a preconceived notion of, which is what they think of CG, and it doesn't align with what they know of the man. This happened time and time again, and that's when the rubber meets the road. That's when you find out who was a true friend, who's a real person, or who's just one of these types. When they think, maybe my preconceived notion is incorrect because you're a good guy, and I know you wouldn't be what everyone says Comicsgate is. No, they don't do that. They're like, we'll kick you out. I apologize to everyone else. Wilberforce Russi, you're just a good guy with on-time books. That's all we are. That's all any of us are. What else does it say? Big Country Comics and Allied Legends Inc. And I've already read that. I've already read all this. We continue to see this volunteer and comic creator publicly voices dissatisfaction on social media against one of our top supporters. Who? Where? What? Why? When? I looked. There's nothing there. Show receipts. I'm going to show some receipts later, and you're not going to see anything. So if you're saying he's out there bad-mouthing like one of your good friends, show it. Let's see it. I haven't seen it anywhere. The guy was incredibly nice and polite when he was on the show. He was very thankful. His book looks great. What's the problem? Paul Ogg for $10. Thank you so much, Paul Ogg. Some American cash to say we've noticed your willingness to not continually gatekeep Mo Biggs from being first. Thank you, Paul. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm inclusive. I celebrate diversity and inclusivity and community. And I encourage and celebrate the differences and beliefs of everyone in this chat. The cognitive dissidence. Bancroft, you have any points? Yeah, I caught it, Mo. I hope there wasn't another one, but yes. Indeed. Mo he's up there in pride of place. Citizen Ronan points out, in Canada, it's Canada, the wokeness is strong there with speech laws and such. I know, I was born there. You don't have to tell me. I live in Melbourne. Melbourne is one of the worldwide nexuses, hubs of woke. It's nuts down here. It is nuts. Rob says, Mike isn't a gatekeeper, he's a gatekeeper. Yeah, gay times. Chuck Reardon points out, Bancroft only gatekept EVS. Just once, maybe twice. EVS understood. It was all good. I had him on the show the other day. It was great. All right. Okay. So this person is not only the big, blah, 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 very respected member of the entire comics community. Who is this person that Mad Ruth is apparently voicing his dissatisfaction? Is that enough? How does publicly voicing your dissatisfaction on social media not align with we encourage everyone to celebrate their differences and beliefs? How can you square these two together? Is it because this is actually full of shit up here? You don't mean any of that. It's only your branded diversity, inclusivity, community differences. Like you say, you can be any skin color you want. We prefer you're not white, but you can be any skin color, any sexuality, any orientation, blah, 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 blah. Any identity you want, as long as you believe with our strict, point of view. Outside of that wheelhouse, though, no, doesn't fly. So anyway, they ask him to stop, respectfully. Stop doing that, Mad Ruth, whatever it is that they're accusing you of doing. The association was not brought to our attention until after the show had finished. We will be implementing further protocols to future events to ensure this does not happen again. AKA, all of our volunteers will be screened, stripped, deloused. There will be rectal inspections. Phones must be handed in. I don't know if that last part is true, but I mean, what else could they say? Chuck Rin says, I guess they're talking about Mark Brooks. That's what I thought as well, Chuck. We'll have a look in a bit. We'll go deep. We'll go deep on this. Damn it. I always do these and I forget. I forget to play. Like when we're going deep like this, I should be professional about it. I always forget. Sumo says Bancroft goes straight to the rectal inspections. That's where you're going to find the. That's when you're going to find the truth up the ass. If any of our guests, vendors, artists, or customers feel unwelcome or have a concern they feel should be brought to our attention, we encourage you to discuss the matter directly with any member of our director or team. And I think that's exactly what happened. So that's what they said. That's their side of the story. This is brought to Ethan's attention. I think Mad Ruth reached out to him directly. Said, this is Mad Ruth speaking. I didn't say or do anything to anyone. I ran ticket sales, coffee, drove artists, but someone at the convention searched my social media and figured out I was Comicsgate. Dude sought me out in real life and on Twitter. All right. So what's he talking about here? Well, luckily for us, this is like, we've got everything we need on this subject. We can go deep, not rectum deep, but deep enough. All right. I think this is it. Is this it? I hope I didn't lose it. Let's go back up to the top here. All right. Now this, I know what he's doing. It's like, it's annoying, but I would never do this. This is the whole when did you stop beating your wife thing. They want you out there saying, hang on, I've gatekept Mo. Mo Big says Bancroft taught Georgie to hate Asians. Georgie taught Bancroft to sniff butts. It didn't go down like that, Mo. It's a lot more complicated. A lot more complicated. First of all, we know. You don't have to say it. Second of all, they're just going to see that as you admitting guilt. It doesn't need to be done. But I understand the impetus there because now he's got people casting aspersions on him. All right, so this is the guy here, Callum Johnston. He's the one who saw this tweet and went up to Mad Ruth at the convention, real life. And okay, so Mad Ruth says, exactly. I just finished. Let's zoom in here a bit. Let's get in close. Enhance. I just finished a 2-day Comic-Con. It was awesome until some asshat came up and asked if I was Mad Ruth. I said yes. Then they asked, have you heard of Watergate? They can't even say it in real life. You know, they put the asterisks because they don't want to incur the trolls. They can't even say it in real life. They have to call it Watergate. And I asked, what, from the 60s? They then snickered at me and said, you know what I mean, and walked away. All right, so here's RSAT in question responding. The RSAT, at least, well, he admits he's the RSAT. We got that. There's a bit of self-awareness going on here, which I appreciate. We got Pum Spack in the chat. Great to see you, Pum. Pum's got a awesome book. You want to check it out? Hopefully, some mods can put the link in there. Who is Mad Ruth? Lol. Mad Ruth is he's the creator of Soltac. We're gonna look at that in a sec. The RSAT never snickered, but was genuine. Very few things get me properly upset. This feigned, fake, tone policing. I was just a concerned citizen, worried that you were getting promoted by some naughty people on the internet. So I thought I would come up apropos of nothing and let you know. And the way I did that was I went up to you and said, have you heard of Watergate? Yeah, likely story. Concerned that you might be getting involved with a group that is rather reprehensible and wanted to check if you knew that. Whatever. When you say a reprehensible group, are you talking about the big country comics and allied legends? People that will disown you and make it so that you can't go to their conventions because you hold the wrong difference of opinion and beliefs? That group? He's probably talking about some other group. I don't know. Classic SS behavior. Brown shirts. Digital social media brown shirts. Mahajno is concerned about my political beliefs. You all would be. You all would be. That's okay. I keep them to myself. Because I'm trying to sell you hot dogs. All right. Hey, man, if you wanted to judge me without knowing anything about me, that's on you. There was no judgment. Just wanted to know if you knew what you were supporting and promoting. You be you. Yeah, but then you went and you snitched to the convention people. They said it right here. It was brought to their attention after the show. Now they're going to be implementing protocols. Mad Root says, I support independent creators. I support free artistic expression. I'm a kind person. I'm kind to people who are decent, honest, and respectful. If you had a question for me, you should have asked it privately and not made a show of it. That would have been the respectable way for starters. I mean, on top of it, it doesn't need to be said, but he'll say it again for those who need to hear it. Mad Ruth does not discriminate or judge anyone based on race, color, creed, gender, political, or sexual orientation. I treat everyone equally as I wish to be treated. All are welcome. Can you say the same? Can you say the same, Callum? I don't think you can. Dark Lord Fudd says, leave the dingoes alone. I ain't touching dingoes. They got fleas and ticks and all sorts of stuff. Brian Kriska, snitch culture to the max. He said, asked you in a very respectable way, in person and not in front of any crowd or groups of people. I just sidled up to you, a grown man to another grown man, and asked you about your online associations. Yeah, that's normal, Callum. That's a normal thing to do. That's what normal people do. Sure, buddy. Mo Big says, Callum is not an NPC. He's a protocol droid. Yeah. He's just checking. He's just crossing T's, dotting I's, all that sort of stuff. Sad that you have a problem with being asked about your affiliations. Well, I'm sure Mad Ruth doesn't have any problem because he's being openly about it, showing everyone about it. The issue is you have a problem with the affiliation, Callum. You do, and so does Big Country, whatever, blah, blah, Comic Expo, despite saying that you're an inclusive, diverse community who celebrate and encourage differences and beliefs. Shame on you. A pox on both your houses. A bit of back and forth here. This is the good part. So if you don't like me, that's your problem. Callum, you were representing a comic show I was attended. If people working at that show are part of CG, we want no part of it. There you go. At least they're honest. At least they're honest. They're going to paint that scarlet letter. They're going to leave. This guy's blocking a bunch of people now. There's a bit of more back and forth. I think Ethan, it's Twitter. Argument ensues. Ethan did make a video about it. Classic Ethan style. I wish he made more of them, but I understand. I mean, I can't make them anywhere near as much as I want to. Ethan says, you walked up to this guy in person, asked if he was Comicsgate, and then sought to report him to the convention. Did he do anything to you prior to this? Callum responds, I was set up at the show, checking the social feeds about the show, and see this retweet from cg.org about the show from Mad Ruth. I checked Mad Ruth's feed. It didn't seem to be stupid or thick with CG crap. So I was worried that someone was affiliated with the show was being taken in. Oh, so you admit there's nothing bad on his timeline. It's purely guilt by association for this guy. There's nothing bad. And we're going to go through Mad Ruth's Twitter feed and see what sort of things he gets up to there. Dark. It's basically the dark web over on Mad Ruth's Twitter account. He admits it. He was concerned. He was just a concerned citizen looking out for a fellow comic creator in their inclusive community. Asked Mad Ruth if he was familiar with Watergate. Why? Why didn't you say Comicsgate? That's weird. You're weird, dude. As pretty much anything ending in gate is bad news. Do you believe this? I don't believe it. I don't believe what he's saying. I don't where is it? I've got it right here. I should have these all. I wish I had one of those things I could just press buttons. I think Shane has one of them. Callum?
I don't believe you.
He's like a nosy old woman, says Norrin Rad. Yeah, he's not Callum, it's Karen. Karen Johnston. He seemed to know about it, so I was concerned for his well-being for nothing, apparently. His well-being. These people, their lives they live are so sheltered that what they think of CG. What about Colgate? Ask Ethan. Oh, now we're going to get into semantics. You nonce. Gotta love Twitter. Mo, why aren't you on Twitter? You would crush Twitter. You would absolutely crush it. It's like Twitter was made for Mo Biggs. Anyway, that's that. This is the Big Country Expo Code of Conduct. This is from their website. We have zero tolerance for harassment. Oh. What's all this? Going up to someone asking strange coded questions and then snitching to them to get them removed from a convention as a volunteer. He's not getting paid. How's that for harassment? We want to ensure that everyone who's attending has a fun, safe, and harassment-free time. Oh, so you're going to ban Mad Ruth and reward Callum. Good to know. Regardless of gender, sexual orientation, physical appearance. Yeah, just like everyone else. Find me the people out there on the internet who are against this. At least operating in the comic book sphere. Michael Teacher says, John Del Rose video about this is interesting. Talked about how he successfully took a con to court after he was banned. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how it works because he's a volunteer, but I mean, this is the strange thing is they actually believe. I think they believe that they're in the right here because it's in their head that CG is some hate group that they must expel. So no matter what they do, No matter they'll tear down all the laws, all their own rules, just to take down a comic skater. Disgraceful, says Doc. It is. It's shameful. It's shameful. Brian Criscal says, I'm not going to lie. If it were me, I'd be pissed. Yeah. I bet. Should anyone attending feel these rules have been violated by anyone else, find one of the expo staff. So they're already, it's like snitch culture. Okay. And the violators will be expelled from the show without a refund at the discretion of the expo organizers. Sounds like a good old time, fellas. Sounds like a good old time. All right, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they're hypocrites. They're shameful hypocrites who are the exact opposite of what they're purporting to be. Dojo puts it brilliantly. The worst kind of villains are the ones who think they're right. Sanctimoniously as well, mind you. On a high horse. Hypocritically removing a guy for violating, in their eyes, violating the terms, but they're the ones who are violating the terms, and he was just fine. He was actually helping them out of the goodness of his own heart. Nolan Lockhart points out it's a sinister power trip. It really is. Let's check out. Let's go. I mean, this is basically 8chan. We're in the dark web now. We've gone to Mad Roots, the Dark Lord Mad Roots Twitter feed. He's promoting his book, Soltac, available now. We'll check it out in a moment. He's sharing some cool art from Preston Acevedo. What's this about? Okay, so people are talking about it. He's getting his message out there. Here's some cool art from Matthew Allen Bond. Luke Stone is wanting to launch a crowdfunder. Dojo Coon's got a comic. Projectile Reptile, you're all familiar with that. People are sharing his story. Buy one, back one. That's about getting creators who are less than 10,000 raised. Dave Brink, he does shows. Great guy. Elon Musk is talking about how hate impressions are down on Twitter. Wow. This is terrible stuff. Luke Stone, fund my comic, more progress. Talking about the finances of the working class in Canada. Dojo Coon again. Nighthawks. There's Hojo, great looking book. There's Ethan retweeting. Let's go a bit further back because this is all new stuff. Let's all the other stuff is hidden. It's deep down hidden. Citizen Roan has a good point. 130 people, only 60 likes. Come on, people, let's get this up to 100. Mahajino says Doomcox was right. Yeah, Doomcox was right is trending on Twitter. Yeah, everyone's in my comments telling me that Doomcock is full of shit and doesn't know what he's talking about. We'll see, huh? I think he's right. Okay, what do we got here? Soltac is promoting his comic. He's promoting his friend's channel. They talk comics over there. More comics. Oh, look, some more comics. Yeah, comics, Indiegogo, Dragon Warrior. Yeah, I'm looking. Where is all this harassment of someone? I mean, we speculated it might be Mark Brooks. I don't know, guys. I'm seeing lots of cool art being shared. Oh, there it is. Paul AGE, Fall of Man today. That's out. Frog G. We can keep going. I don't think we have to. It doesn't change. This is what Mad Ruth is up to on Twitter. This is the dark and dastardly deeds that Mad Ruth is up to. So yeah. He retweeted the Babylon Bee. Is that the bad thing? That's not quite the diversity of opinion that they're talking about. That's the wrong side of things. Jordan Peterson's back. Oh no, okay, I see what's going on here. I see what's happening. I think he even retweets me at some point. I'm not seeing it. What do they say? We continue to see this. We continue to see this volunteer and comic creator publicly voice his dissatisfaction on social media against one of our top supporters, not only to the Big Country Comic Expo, but also a very respected member of the entire comics community. For this, we ask you to stop. Again.
Bullshit!
This is a railroad. It's the railroading. Babylon B is great. JK1 says, yeah, retweeting Bancroft was a bridge too far. That's what got him. That's what got him done in. I know, right? Okay, so this is Mad Ruth's book. Again, don't back these things just because a expo is hypocritical and crazy SJWs. Back it because it looks awesome, and it legitimately does. He has spared no expense making this book a complete, like, this is top tier stuff. And it's a cool sort of like street level. I love that, like street level sci-fi. So it's gritty, it's violent, it's in your face, really top-notch art. And he's a great guy. I mean, I had him on. I love these spaceships. The only thing about Mad Ruth is he kind of just went away for years and years. I mean, I knew of him because I was following him, but not many others did. So he was just got a head down making his book. He doesn't really have that big of a social media following. Ironically, it's the social media following that's gotten him in trouble. But yeah, not many people know about his book. That's really the only issue here, because it really is. I mean, check this stuff out. It's great stuff. Yeah, really good art. There's more stuff down here. I mean, what's not to love? Look at this. Coloring too is phenomenal. I really like this muted with all the glowing and stuff like that. Yeah, jump on this. Is it in? Yeah, it's in demand, but he's only got 79 backers. Would love to see him jump up to, get to at least 100 would be nice. Get into the triple figures. I don't know if anyone's backed, but it's there. It's available. We just got another one. Hail whoever backed. Thank you so much. I think he's on right now with Arvid as well, so they might be, doing more of a spruik as well. The art is amazing, Past Master Dan. You are correct. Now, as well, we've also got this here, Fall of Man. Is your name Paul, AGE? I wasn't aware of that, but there we go. Paul Bird has launched a book. It's called Fall of Man. The Age of Man is over. Civilization falls. Giant monsters rise. Superpowered tribes struggle. There's 2 covers up for grabs that you can get here. There they are. Let's take a look at the interiors. All right, here we go. So yeah, it looks like it's post-apocalyptic fighting monsters like mutant animals and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Is this kaiju? I mean, that thing's friggin' massive. That's massive. Excelente. Yeah, very nice, man. Good work. Getting that first comic out. Oh, look at his smiling face. Love to see it. All right, there we go. Let me put the link in the chat for Fall of Man #1. Jump on that if you like the look of it. Is Mo talking about getting Mad Ruth on? Yeah, unfortunately he had a prearranged engagement, so couldn't get him on. Okay, so Grey Wolf remembers him now. Yeah, he's been around forever. He's been around forever. He's one of those guys who's just like, put his head down, went to work. So that's that situation. What else have I got to show you guys today? Oh, oh yeah. Did you catch this? You had to blink or you miss it. For some reason, Indiegogo decided to put up a what is this? This is I think this is the racial harmony flag. Well, I mean, not racial harmony, racial identity flag as their thing for the holiday season, which was curious. I thought that Pride Month was is it February? Don't really know. But apparently people started tweeting about it and they changed it back really quick. Who knows? I always get the feeling that on Indiegogo, the left hand has no idea what the right hand is doing. But yeah, there we go. I've also got a little update on some. I mean, it's stuff that we know, but it's just another example of the company being the company. So this was an email exchange And if you look, it's important to look at the dates and times here because that's what is important. Okay, so this is the 17th of November. I know Americans might put it the other way around. So someone has tried to contact Indiegogo through the website. And that happened so they got one of those automated responses back at 4 o'clock on the 17th. And on the 18th, so a day later, at around the same time, they got a response saying, thanks for reaching out. I know it can be frustrating when you don't hear back from us promptly. I mean, a day is good. A day is good. If you can let us know what questions you have, we are here and happy to help. Now, this is from the Indiegogo customer happiness team. And this one's from Trustomer. What is going on in this company? Trustomer is part of the Indiegogo happiness, customer happiness team as well. They're agents, actually. They're Indiegogo customer happiness agents. I think that's how it goes. Mo says the left have no idea what the right is doing. It may be evolutionary development from all the times they've fucked themselves. It is queer baiting, Mahaj. No, you're absolutely right. But it's also race baiting because the whole point of this flag was the original rainbow wasn't inclusive enough. It didn't include black people. It didn't include brown people. It didn't include trans people, as if race needed to be brought into it anyway. Now, that white triangle does not represent white people. Don't get ahead of yourselves. But yeah, it's a cult. This is a cult that they're in. That they think, we just need to plaster this on top of everything, everywhere, at all times. Hang it in all the schools, get it on all the companies. This corporate activism is, it's peak cringe. Absolute peak cringe. Okay, so back to this Indiegogo. So on the 18th, they responded saying, just let us know what questions you have. We're more than happy to help. So whoever this person is came back and said, well, thanks for responding. Happy to have a response. And it's just basically, we don't need to read the whole thing, but I'm part of a group. It's basically outlining what's been going on. Inglorious Rex, Rainbow the Brute, Rocket, Frog G, Omega Storm, Extreme 93, Private American, blah, blah. You know what's happened. They seem to have only started when the CEO took over the trust and safety, all this sort of stuff, yeah? So that question is sent on the 19th. And it's now, how many days is that? 5 days? So they responded immediately, almost immediately, within a day, when it was just, I need to ask you a question. As soon as, I need to get an actual answer on what you're doing, then it's crickets. He's not going to hear anything back. This is my understanding. This is the way I interpret it, that Indiegogo is, the staff have been instructed, do not respond to any of these visibility requests at all. That's how I interpret it. I don't think this person is going to get a response. Just another example. Nothing new here, just another example of what's happening over there on Indiegogo. And I'm talking about it because, there's things happening in the space. Luke Stone is trying to develop his own website. I'm going to be experimenting using Shopify and making my own platform. And don't show that. Why did that go back to that? It hadn't had I was trying to do, there was, Patrick shared an image of basically BackerKit. BackerKit are running a beta on crowdfunding. So they will be, don't use screen cap, Iwazaru. They didn't say anything anyway. I know it's just a beta. I don't know if it's functioning. I don't know anything about it. They're just saying the image that I had, up there just said, if you've been following BackerKit, you know that we are going to be launching a crowdfund. And essentially, now we are doing beta testing. I don't know who's able to join it, do it, whatever. I don't know anything about it, But yeah, another entrance into the field. People are noticing that, yeah, these guys are I think they're screwing up. As Norrin Rad puts it, imagine sabotaging your own website. It's very odd, it's very unusual. But you know, the free market works as the demand, you know, grows for a functioning site that actually offers what they promise. More will pop up. Now, I mean, I know people have a lot of bad taste in their mouth with BackerKit because I don't know, I don't really know how it works. It's sort of like it's how you manage backers through Kickstarter or something like that. But look, they seem to be a biggish company. They've definitely been in the space for a long time. So we'll see. Mo says BackerKit is obnoxious on the consumer end. It has been. I've had that experience before as well. But I mean, this is a whole new venture. So I don't know. There's nothing really to talk about yet. But it's interesting that another one is jumping in. So yeah, that's cool. All right. Now, last but not least, we've got 10 minutes left. There's something important that I want to share with you guys. And that is that on the 9th, now let me get this right this time. I think it is the 10th. The 10th. Damn it. Why do I always get it wrong? The 10th. We will be doing the auction for Sean. And I have got some things that I want to share with you guys. Just start getting out there. So we're actually been deciding who's going to be, because it's going to be on Joe's channel, it's going to be on my channel, it's going to be on Jeremy's channel. Who's going to be showing what on which channel? So I'm just going to start promoting these. So if you guys like the look of what I'm going to be showing, make sure you are around in about what looks like a couple of weeks' time to take part in the auction. Yes, Sean, and I hate saying his name because I always say it wrong. Sean Arendt. That's the one. Exactly. Yeah, we're going to be doing a auction to raise money for Sean and his situation there. So yeah, I'm just gonna start sharing it. So this one here is a piece. I think it's from the Witcher battle book that he worked on. And it's an original piece of art from Billy Tucci. It's next weekend. Yes, it is next weekend. Of course, you're right. Just say it like Arendt. Okay, I'll say that. Sean Arendt. I'm going to forget it already. Sean Arendt is the Nosfera guy. No, he's the Type 1 guy. He hangs out with Joe Sontag on the art and stuff. So his mother sadly passed not too long ago, and there's all sorts of medical issues and considerations there. So really speak to Joe Sontag. He'll do a whole thing about it before, you know, why we're doing all this. I'm not really the person to speak on it. But yeah, Sean is a great guy. And we're basically running this auction for him to raise money. And all these incredible artists have donated some crazy art. So these are the ones that will be on my channel. So you know, if you like the look of these, you got to come to my show on the 10th at 9 p.m. to get your chance to snag one of these. So there's a Billy Tucci piece. There's 2 pages of Dan Frager art. One of them is from Generation X. That's on the right. The other one is what I'm going to find out what that is. I don't know what that means. Is that an I, a J? I'm not quite sure, but I'll get the info so I can show you exactly what books these are from. But yeah, there's 2. That's 2 for 1. So it comes in a bundle. That's some Dan Frager original art pages. I'm hazarding that they're 11 by 17 normal art size. So yeah, if you've got your eye on that, come back when we're doing the auction. Snarchgun says Malin was supposed to be the first diabetes superhero. All right. And then last but not least, we're going to have some others. They just haven't arrived yet. So I'll be showing them off throughout the week anyway. So you guys will see it. Don't you worry about it. This is the first time I'm showing them off. I'll be showing them off throughout the week. in the lead up. So this is Alexa Lowe, who is the joint artist on Metal Shade with Isaac Bell. She is a really good artist. She's actually got a pretty big following out there on social media. Did it say what if? Did it say what if? Oh, it's an F. I thought it was what Ip, like Ip Man. I don't know. It's from What If. Oh, that's cool. All right, What If? That makes a lot more sense. When all it needed was to read that as a P, and it just like completely void. What If is the series, says Amanda. Yeah, I know what If is. I've got lots. I actually have loads of What Ifs, but I just saw What Ip. What IP? What does that mean? I'm an idiot. Don't worry about me. This is a great piece of art here. If you like the look of this, yeah, as I said, she has a huge following. Hopefully we can get some of her followers in here for the auction. You also get a signed copy of Metal Shade #1 signed by her and Isaac, which is very cool. And it's a variant, I think. So I think it's rare. So no, I do believe I'm going to have 2 others. I don't want to name them yet because I haven't seen them and I don't want to get people hyped up. But yeah, I think there'll be 2 others. So we'll be doing that auction next Saturday. Yes, next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday. You guys, it's so hard for me to I have to think 3-dimensionally, 4-dimensionally, time. When I have to factor in time differences and stuff. Zingpol says the 2 have huge followings. Yeah, they really do. Great artists too. Great artists. All right. And also tomorrow, don't forget, this is happening. Bookmarks versus stickers will be going live right here on this channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to get Snug in here. Maybe the other guys. I don't mind. Let's have a party. Turn it into a party launch and kick this thing off with a bang. We've been showing it off all week. A whole selection of bookmarks and then a whole selection of stickers. I don't know if there's going to be you can get one or the other so they can battle it off to see which one is going to win. Citizen Ronan says bookmarks, it's not even a contest. Well, I mean, you say that, but we'll see. Philip V says Alexa and Isaac are good people. Met them at DallasCon. I've been hoping to get Isaac on for a long time, but he's always just, I don't know if he's a real big streamer. He started doing YouTube videos. I think they're doing pretty well. But yeah, we just got to get him on. I think he was actually on Joe Sontag's channel. But yeah. But anyway, bookmarks versus stickers should be big, should be fun. Yeah, really cool stuff. And then we'll be finishing off over on Jeremy's channel after that, as per normal. There's Jeremy right there. How Jeremy? He's got the links there. People are dropping it. Is Ballers on tonight? I got no idea. I have no idea. I'm not. They changed it last week, but I think that was because of Black Friday. So I don't know. Jamie says yeah, he was on Joe's channel. I got to get him on here. Bancroft says, is Alexa the one Bancroft called plus-sized powerhouse in the art community? I said she's big in terms of she's a big name. That's a big get. She's a great artist. She's not plus size. She's actually very small physically. Petite even. I don't know. Yes, it's on PTP's channel tonight. Well, that should be starting now, shouldn't it? Don't they start now? I don't know. Bancroft loves Phoenix. What the hell? What is happening? What is happening out there in the world? Yeah, as well, just one last thing. Mad Ruth, Soltac, back it now. It'd be great to get him up to 100 backers. And then we've got Fall of Man by AGE Comics, Paul Bird, there in the chat. Great stuff. All right, guys, I think that's going to be it for me. I'm going to go back. I'm drawing some more Painted Death. And later on tonight, I'll see you all on the Camel Nights. Always a lot of fun. Nathan Paul says, stop saying her name and triggering my Amazon devices. What, like, Alexa, play Nickelback. All right, guys. All right. I want to thank you all. I want to thank the most amazing, incredible, spectacular, ever phenomenal, sexiest chat in all of CG. I will see you at 9 p.m. tomorrow night for the launch of Team Bookmark, Bookmarks versus Stickers. Until then, I hope you have a great one. And well, I'll see you on Camel Nights. Bye.